I want to show you some ads. I want to show you some shorts that are absolutely shredding Donald Trump over the past 48 to 72 hours. The first one I want to show you is a short that was produced by our team at the MeidasTouch Network. In this short, it discusses Donald Trump's malignant narcissism. Let's play this clip.
We will be creating so much electricity that you'll be saying, please, please, President, we don't want any more electricity. We can't stand it. You'll be begging me, no more electricity, sir.
Is someone you're thinking of hiring promising things that sound too good to be true?
I could stop wars with a telephone call.
Do their facts and figures not add up?
Actually, beyond the number of 100%. It's a much higher number than that, but...
Does the candidate seem self-absorbed?
People have come up to me and they say, Sir, thank you. Sir, thank you. Sir, I want to thank you. You've made me a hero to my wife and to my family.
In all likelihood, you've encountered the malignant narcissist. Malignant narcissism is a severe personality disorder that pairs the self-absorbed behavior of narcissists with the unfeeling manipulation of sociopaths. Unlike those who simply enjoy recognition from their peers, the malignant narcissist is driven by a desire to dominate for personal gain. And there are red flags you can look out for. Like, do they have an unrealistic view of their own importance?
I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln.
Do they only regard other people as tools for personal gain?
I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
Do they lack empathy, even for children?
Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here. I think she really believed me that I love having a baby crying while I'm speaking.
Do they speak with an excessive use of superlatives?
Who are the best and who are the worst? Best, the worst, biggest, lowest, best. I find it to be about the worst.
If the candidate you're interviewing exhibits some or all of these red flags, trust your instincts and show them the door. Your organization deserves an employee that can lead with integrity and respect. Stay vigilant. Look for the red flags.
Now I want to show you an ad that was produced by the Lincoln Project. They've come out with a slew of great ads over the past few days. They call this one Pray. Play the clip.
The circle of life eventually closes on all things. For Impetus Americanus, the time for prowling will soon be at an end. It was to be his final hunt. His prey, bolder, weaker, unable to fight back. The best kind, or so he thought. But Impetus Americanus made a mistake. He is slow, he is lost. His imagined strengths are but weaknesses. And he's alone. His mate, his cubs, already eyeing new, greener lands. His pack is flimsy and overmatched. His lieutenants are weak and timid. The decades creak in his bones. The humiliations fester in every fold of soft, bloated skin. And as he rambles and wanders among the fields, no longer on the trail, he reeks of fear. He's afraid of the conflict, of what comes next. He starts to realize it is not his last hunt. Impetus Americanus is the hunted. He is the prey. The apex predator is approaching, preparing to devour him. It is Mother Nature's design that the circle of life eventually closes on all things. For Impetus Americanus, that circle is nearly complete.
Want to show you another Lincoln Project ad that they just produced. This one is called Spy. Play the clip.
When will you learn, Donald? They're all against you.
You might have seen a couple of days ago Donald Trump's already dwindling crowd get even smaller.
Even the spy Mitch McConnell and Karl Rove sent to keep an eye on you. Chris LaCivita likes them, knows them, worked for people like Mitch McConnell and Bush for decades.
And a new poll indicates Harris is surging in the Sunbelt states.
He didn't want to work for you, but it seems like he's still working for them, giving you bad advice, steering you wrong.
Donald Trump supporters are now either dressing up his empty seats at his rallies, or the guy has a serious problem getting people to show up for him.
Embarrassing you. JD Vance, he let you choose that embarrassment, costing you money. And if you didn't win, he's just fine. He goes back to working for Karl Rove or Mitch McConnell or the rest of the establishment GOP who hate you because you're paying Rove's guy, McConnell's guy, and he doesn't believe in you at all.
What'd you think about that one? Here, the Lincoln Project created this ad called State Line. And if you remember, it's pretty similar to the ad that MeidasTouch made about 4 years ago. First, let me show you the Lincoln Project's State Line, and I'll show you the one that we did at the MeidasTouch 4 years ago. Here's the Lincoln Project's. It's called State Line. Play the clip.
Driver's license, registration.
Here you go, sir. How's your day going?
That's your daughter?
Sure is.
Abigail, right?
How do you know her?
Were you about 8 weeks pregnant? See, you've been spotting recently. You've had any cramps or nausea?
That's personal.
You been taking your prenatal vitamins?
Excuse me?
Are you ticketing me for something?
Where are you heading, Abigail?
To go see my older sister, Natalie.
Well, that's strange. It says here that Natalie's at a concert in Dallas, and your navigation is set to a women's health clinic in one of those abortion states.
We have the right to travel.
Not anymore. Step out of the car.
Please, officer.
Both of you out now. You, sir, are under arrest for crossing state lines to obtain an abortion for a minor under your care. And you, young lady, well, you're under arrest for evading motherhood.
Here's the one we made at the MeidasTouch Network about 4 years ago called GOP Handmade TA. Play the clip.
Listen, everything's going to be okay, right? Just let me do the talking, okay? Just
Evening, ladies. License, please. Where are you headed?
We're just out for a drive.
Headed to the border?
Oh, no. We were just going up to the...
Hey there. What's your name?
Grace?
Are you pregnant, Grace? Step out of the vehicle.
She does not have to.
Yes, she does.
No.
Show me your hands on the wheels, please. Grace, step out of the vehicle. On the wheel.
Grace, it's okay.
All right, are you ready for this fact? Traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. It can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses. It's just gross. Miracle Made, however, offers a whole line of self-cleaning antibacterial bedding, such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent up to 99.7% of bacteria growth and require up to 3 times less laundry. It's why I use Miracle Made on my bedding. Using silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, no matter the weather, so you get a better sleep every single night. It's why I love Miracle Sheets. Miracle Sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. So go to trymiracle.com/Meidas. trymiracle.com/Meidas and try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save up to 40%. And if you use our promo code Meidas at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Meidas and use the code Meidas to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Meidas to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. If you were watching the Clemson-Georgia football game over the weekend, which averaged 8 million viewers, you may have seen this ad right here by Vice President Kamala Harris. Play this clip.
Every day across our nation, families talk about their plans for the future. And they talk about how they're going to achieve them financially. And prices are still too high. When I am elected president, I will make it a top priority to bring down costs. We should be doing everything we can to make it more affordable to buy a home. Under my plan, more than 100 million Americans will get a tax cut. I will help families, letting you keep more of your hard-earned money. As president, I will be laser focused on creating opportunities for the middle class that advance their economic security, stability, and dignity. If you want to know who someone cares about, look who they fight for. Donald Trump fights for billionaires and large corporations. I will fight to give money back to working and middle-class Americans. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Thought that was strong. And this one right here was created by Vote Vets. And here's what it says. Trump's on the run, panicked as his insults against those who serve catch up with him. From mocking the wounded to turning military cemeteries into political stunts, he disrespects everything we stand for. Here, play this by a veterans group called Vote Vets. Let me show it to you.
We've got Trump on the run, scared. His insults about service members catching up with him. He's panicked. Losers and suckers, he called us, confirmed. Refusing to be seen with wounded warriors because it makes him queasy. Refusing to salute the fallen of World War I because he, quote, doesn't understand what was in it for them. Because he was afraid his dye job might run in the rain faster than he ran to a quack doctor when the draft board called his number. Comparing his sexploitations with the likes of Jeffrey Epstein to the sacrifice of those who went in his place to Vietnam. Now, maybe the greatest insult of all, turning a military cemetery visit into a political stunt with cameras in tow. In Section 60, one of the most hallowed acres of all, and when an Army civilian official told them they were breaking federal law that bans politics and campaign cameras, Trump thugs verbally and physically assaulted her. Disgusting. Donald Trump, the grave markers veterans and military families drop a knee to are not your political props. They represent the heroes we served alongside, men and women you could never measure up to, friends who lived and died by the oath we all swore to uphold, something you will never understand, and why we're doing our damnedest to make sure no service member ever has to salute you as Commander-in-Chief ever again.
I showed you the one at the outset that the short that the MeidasTouch prepared about Donald Trump's malignant narcissism. Here's another one by what we're calling Obvious Insights Presentation. And here we talk about Donald Trump's steep mental decline. This one went massively viral. Here, watch this clip.
And my stupid people, when I wanted to refute it, they said, "Sir, don't dignify it with a rebuttal."
Have you been noticing peculiar behavior recently in someone you know?
Carried out by
someone who mixes fiction and reality?
the late great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man.
Perhaps someone of advanced age you have known for years.
Did you just see Maduro, Venezuela? It's unbelievable, Venezuela.
Of course, we all have our goofs. But consistently odd behavior can be a sign of frontotemporal dementia, a degenerative disease of the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain that dramatically impairs cognitive function. And there are some key signs to look out for, like slurring words.
The failing New York Times by anonymous.
Struggling to find the correct words is another sign.
The Mueller report, I wish, covered the oranges of the investigation.
You may also notice someone veering into incoherent ideas, detached from reality.
You know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark.
or an inability to complete simple sentences.
Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat.
Other notable symptoms include impaired motor function, such as a wavering limb, and decreased balance, often accompanied by a signature lean or arched stance. If someone you know is demonstrating several or all of these symptoms, they are seriously unwell. As a matter of safety, they must be relieved of critical responsibilities and disqualified from any position of authority. Remember, frontotemporal dementia is a degenerative disease. Cognitive function will never return and will only deteriorate further. Don't ignore the signs.
Here's another one we produced at the MeidasTouch Network right here. We call it Hillbilly Felony, a new Meidas short. Play the clip.
I didn't vote for Trump. The people who are most deranged and most psychotic are people who don't have kids at home.
The vice president, in terms of the election, does not have any impact.
I didn't come from the elites.
He was a nobody.
J.D. Vance, author of Hillbilly Elegy.
He came from nothing.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
You said idiot if you voted for him.
I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter.
Might be America's Hitler.
An idiot and a moral disaster.
You've got to respect the American people enough to just level with him.
But wanted to stand for something.
I didn't think he was going to be a good president, Brett. He was a great president.
Himself.
You know, Senator, this is an evolution.
All of a sudden, he decided not only isn't Trump noxious and reprehensible, he's now the greatest president of his lifetime.
JD is kissing my ass. He wants my support.
From the party with no platform.
I'm a never Trump guy.
He's the best president of my lifetime.
A man with no convictions.
Donald J. Trump, guilty on all counts.
And a man with 34 convictions.
I did absolutely nothing wrong.
In a story about freedom.
It was meant to be, at least a little bit.
Okay.
Freedom to rig elections.
Give votes to all children in this country, but let's give control over those votes to the parents of those children.
The freedom to be racist.
Now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
And the freedom to control women.
Roe versus Wade is an abomination. We're effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies. The people who are most deranged and most psychotic are people who don't have kids at home.
If you don't have as much of an investment in the future of this country, maybe you shouldn't get nearly the same voice.
J.D. Vance also thinks stepmoms aren't really moms. Women should be staying in marriages even if they're violent marriages.
These swing voters do not like him, and they do think he's weird.
No, we're not weird people. We're actually just the opposite.
From the directors of 2 fake charities.
We've always had a good chemistry. JP, right? JD Mandel.
It's Hillbilly Felony.
I love you guys.
And finally, a new Lincoln Project ad. It's called A New Day. Here, play this clip.
Last week in Chicago, Kamala Harris promised us a bold vision for America, a better, stronger nation. It was more than a speech. It was a reminder of what's at stake, a reminder of what we almost lost when Donald Trump was president. A reminder that we can have pride in our country, in our shared heritage, in the work Americans have done these last 4 years, and in the work that's yet to come. That America still has leaders ready to step up, continue to rebuild, and make a strong and prosperous nation, ready to secure our borders, protect our rights, and defend democracy both at home and abroad. To help America's middle class get ahead, give young people a financial future so they can raise families, purchase homes, and build legacies that will take the next generation forward. It was a reminder of what's on the line, what it costs to get here, and how Kamala Harris will lead us forward and never go back. Kamala Harris for our future. Kamala Harris for our kids. Kamala Harris for America. Kamala Harris for president.
Well, tell me what you think. Which ad was your favorite? Which short was your favorite? The ads or the shorts? You tell me. But a lot of incredible content out there and coming out over the past few days. A barrage of content, if you will. And this, as Vice President Kamala Harris pulled ahead in the latest ABC Ipsos likely voter poll by 6 points. She was up 52 to 46%. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and thank you for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.